So, yeah. I mean, I guess we're getting a game 7 after all. You know, if you were to tell me that, okay, Boston's going to win, just, by scoring that one goal they scored in the beginning of the game, and that's the only score that was going to happen, and, Boston would end up winning, and, they would win game 6, that's fine. But not 5-1. Boston flat out destroyed St. Louis. And, hey, we're getting to game 7, so I might actually be right about this. Hooray! One thing that I actually theorized might actually come true. Or it could not, and it could be horribly bad for me. Happy Monday, everybody. Always nice to start a Monday on a slightly ominous note, isn't it? I mean, Monday's already considered a drag. We already got, gotta go back to work. Already feeling the slag of, not getting technically a full 8 hours of sleep throughout the weekend. It's pretty not good, but that's okay. It wears off over time. I mean, you get used to it. Personally, I don't really seem to, mind it myself, because, I've always been more, even when I was young, I was always an early riser. I just was. And for those of you who know me for forever, then you know that when it comes to, like, get-togethers or, parties like that, I'm usually one of the first people there. Just because, it's really because more that I plan ahead and thinking, let's see, I'm going to a party, and there's going to be good food, get to say hi to a lot of wonderful people. I should probably get there early so I could do that as much as possible. At least that's what I've theorized. Because I may appear introverted, but trust me, when I, go out and, cut loose, that's easily where I personally shine the most. So, yeah, I guess you could say I'm an extroverted introvert. Or an introverted extrovert. You decide. I don't know, I don't really buy into that stuff. I mean, for me, it's just based on my mood. If I want to go out and do something, I will. I totally will. But, if I don't, just like pretty much most guys, you could, get up, not really, get up saying you're going to do something. Yeah, at the same time, you could not really do it and not really care. That's always kind of me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do care. I just, don't, I just don't really see it as that big a deal, unless it was like, I don't know, visiting someone in the hospital or something, and I didn't get a chance to do that on that day. That would be bad. But everything else, is again. See, it is Monday. I'm tired too, folks. I am. That's what happens. So, in terms of things that are coming up, I still don't know who the newest guest of Hot Ones is going to be. They'll probably do that sometime between, today and tomorrow. Of course, I'll look it up at some point between today and tomorrow. I'll know who it is, and then I do tomorrow's video, and then I completely forget that I was supposed to talk about that. Because that's actually happened a lot. In full disclosure, it actually happened a week ago. Still, I gotta say though, Halle Berry took those wings like a champ. Holy cow. That was probably the best display of taking on the wings since, well, let's see, Elton Brown, handled them really well. But then again, Elton Brown's a culinary genius, so he would know how to handle himself. Yeah, so actually, it's weird. For the longest time, the Hot Ones episode I've easily seen the most really was the Elton Brown episode. And I keep getting that on my, recommended or watch again things on my YouTube on YouTube, which, don't get me wrong, I really liked that video, and it was really fun hearing what Elton Brown had to say about, any of the questions that he was asked. But, I'm not in that big of a hurry to see it again. And I think it has something... Wait, is that the thing with the algorithm? Is that what that is? Because the only thing I know about algorithms is that, it's... Because when I think algorithm, I think, mathematical formulas that are like on the giant, blackboards that you see in school. Actually, could be a blackboard or a whiteboard. It doesn't really matter. Although, it was really weird. No kidding. The vast majority of blackboards I've ever seen were always like green. They still did the job just fine, but they were kind of like not green. Like you could easily tell there was like black, but there was like a green tint to it, I guess. It's weird. I don't know. And then like this happened a lot at St. Mary Mother when I was in elementary school, by the way. But whenever like a blackboard was changed into a whiteboard, like everyone was just like in shock, just because excuse me, they were in shock because of just because of the color contrast itself, because you literally went from black to white. It literally would just light up the room. Actually, come to think of it, I could use that contrast right now. It would probably do a good job keeping me awake. I mean, I'm definitely not tired. I mean, if I was tired, I probably wouldn't even be doing this video right now. So, get myself some, coffee. Coffee's good. Man. How scary would it be if, like, we still lived in revolutionary times, and instead of the tea tax, it was the coffee tax? Oh, America would be in such a frenzy over that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like coffee, and, I don't have it very often, but, when I do enjoy it. But, man, there would just be so much backlash for that. I wouldn't even know where to start with it. Oh, well, at least that's my, that's certainly my opinion on the matter. Overall, this past weekend, it was pretty nice. It was actually a really good weekend. It was. Like, both days were bright and sunny, and come to think of it, I mean, if any of you guys have been paying attention, you guys know I also follow False Swipe Gaming, who you should also subscribe to. Shout out to you guys, by the way. I'm a big fan. And they do, like, history of competitive Pokemon battling. Considering that the weather we've been having, and the Pokemon that was featured this week, and I'll be putting links in the descriptions, like, it was definitely apropos. And considering who they have next that they're going to talk about, and considering that the weather is extraordinarily cloudy today, the next Pokemon they're going to be talking about on Sunday will be apropos. So, yeah. Actually, I kind of hope the weather is still, holding up to be nice. I mean, it should. Shouldn't really be, that big of a problem or, whatever. I mean, weather doesn't really bother me. Although, that does remind me, speaking of weather, and I can't believe I forgot to talk about this. Well, to be fair, though, it's something I haven't really done in, at least 15 years. But, around this time of year, in both Corning, well, specifically Painted Post, and in Big Flats, there are these two carnivals that sort of come called Colonial Days in Painted Post and Community Days in Big Flats. It's your typical sort of summer carnival type thing. They have some, self-assembly rides, a lot of booths that have delicious fried food that you want to feast on a lot, even though for a fact it's wildly bad for you. A giant slide, all stuff like that. And this past weekend was Colonial Days, and I mean, again, I haven't been there in at least 15 years. So that should give you a brief rundown of, actually even probably even longer than that, probably like almost 20 years. I don't know. It's actually, you know what, I would say, if I had to make a guess about what it was the last time I was at Colonial Days, I would say probably, let's see, 11 was probably the last time I was there. So yeah, 18 years. 18 years. She got one of your kids, get you for 18 years. Anyway, yeah. I always wanted to do something like that, but whatever. So, again, you know, Colonial Days just happened. If any of you guys, you know, went, you know, I hope you had fun. I mean, it does look fun, and it does look appealing. I just didn't really find the time to go. In the same way that Community Days, which is going to be this weekend, also looks fun, and, you know, I am interested in it, but, you know, I just haven't really found the time to go. Maybe this week, you know. If I got, like, together, I mean, let's be honest, if you're a kid, you go to places like Colonial Days or Community Days just for the sake of, you know, going on the rides, having fun, making memories, stuff like that. But if you're an adult like I am, and you wind up going, you either are a parent yourself and therefore following in the same suit, you know, making memories and such, or you're with a group of friends, you're sort of under a beverage-related influence, and you are there to feast upon, again, fried food that is delicious but is also therefore wildly bad for you. Or maybe to play some, you know, carnival games. Oh yeah, they have carnival games. You know, I think, I mean, they have your typical, you know, throw a dart at, you know, balloon, get a prize, or, you know, stuff like that. I mean, it looks fun. Again, stuff like that really does look fun. I really do like and enjoy that stuff, because, you know, I am a kid at heart. But again, you know, I just don't have the time to do it. Nothing wrong with that at all. And, you know, they have other things too. You know, there's like a parade. They have like, you know, they have like parades and stuff like that. You know, they have, I think they have some sort of like beauty pageant or something. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, first of all, there's a beauty pageant. I already do not qualify to be part of it for very obvious reasons, just because I'm super duper tall. But, you know, it, you know, actually, wait, I'm pretty sure there's a movie that comes out this week. I gotta look to see what movies are coming out this week. Hold on. Let's see, always go to the internet to figure out what you need. Okay, okay. Men in Black International and Shaft are the two movies that are coming out this week. If I have to choose which one I'm going to see, I'm probably going to go see Shaft, but I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet. So, yeah, don't really, you know, quote me on, you know, that there's going to be a movie. Because, again, if there is a movie I legitimately want to see, I will go see it. But, you know, it sort of depends on what my mood is. Although, pretty obvious, I didn't want to see Secret Life of Pets 2. If you've seen my movies and you've seen that, I've been getting that trailer a lot. And poor Dark Phoenix, man. Wow. You know, I've said in previous videos that, you know, we're never going to get endings like Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 2 or Avengers Endgame for a long time. And a part of me, in spite of how underrated Apocalypse ended up being, because I really do think that movie's a lot better than what the critics made out to be, I thought Dark Phoenix would sort of be maybe another one of those endings, or at the very least one of those flashes. And in a way, I mean, I didn't see it, but I'm looking at the Rotten Tomatoes score right now. It's at 23. And that's not really good, like, at all. So, my point is, in a way, I guess you could kind of say it's a Flash. And you could just say that some Flashes are bigger than others. So, I guess the X-Men series ended on a whimper. I don't know. Man, of course it would be a Monday if I ended a video on that kind of depressing note. Like, favorite, share, hit that subscribe button, follow me on the social media platforms. I am very humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I'm hoping we all have a wonderful, wonderful Monday, in spite of how kind of ominous I sort of made the ending of today's video. And remember, if any of you guys ever want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. And I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices.